Hey guys, what's up? Danny and Alex. In this video, we're gonna look at the Muay Thai clinch. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys different ways to hold the opponent's neck in the clinch for Muay Thai. So check it out. All right, so first things first, the basic plumb, all right? The basic way of holding the head in the clinch, all right? So look, we're gonna put one hand behind the neck, just over here, almost where the crown of his head is, all right? And now I'm gonna bring the other palm right on top as such, all right? So palm on top of palm. So just like this, five fingers. And now you wanna keep the elbows shut as tight as possible and bring the head towards your chest, all right? Don't try to clinch if the person's head is upright like this. This is not a clinch. The purpose of the clinch is to break down the opponent's posture so that way there I can unbalance him and also throw some knees, for example, all right? So basic positionings are gonna be the first one here I wanna talk about is the basic way, right? This is the most commonly used manner to clinch the head, all right? So palm on top of palm as such, and now I keep him nice and tight here so that way I can control his body, okay? That's the first method. Now, there's gonna be variances. There's gonna be little different ways you can use. I wanna show you guys a couple of different ones. That way that you can practice on your own and see which one you prefer. Now, another way to clinch sometimes is just using this. So a lot of times when we practice clinching, we don't always have our boxing gloves. So of course, with the boxing gloves, you wanna have glove on top of glove. That's the proper way to do it. Sometimes if you don't have your gloves, you can also give your hands a break, your fingers a break, and just go like this. Look, just the thumbs are gonna interlace as such. All right, and now I'm just gonna hold on to him like a triangle like this, all right? So that way I can give my fingers a break a little bit. So you go from here, easily transfer from here without losing the head control. This is the second one, all right? So the first one, we go here, and then we go here with the thumbs interlaced, and now we have this type of clinch, but once again, keep the elbows closed in like this, all right? It's almost like you wanna keep that pressure onto his neck. Now the third method I wanna discuss is we're also holding a clinch, but this time we're gonna hold, look, we're gonna open our palm and the other hand is gonna go interlace on that wrist, all right? So almost like a reverse seat belt from here. So you're using a triangle here and then you're latching five fingers, hooking onto your wrist, and now you're also holding as such, all right? This is really good because sometimes you wanna unbalance. When you use the first method, use a lot of, chest, shoulders, biceps. When you go this way, now there's less of that strength motion and now you can just push the person back left to right side, all right? So this type of grip, all right? So we have the first one here, we have the second one here, and now we have a third one right here, okay? So I'm just using my hand open like this so you guys can see exactly how I use my palm, but in reality you can have this closed as well, all right? Now, another method we can also use sometimes, using a clinch, of course the arms are gonna come into play. So if his arm comes up here, now we can easily, go ahead Alex, easily push this arm through and bring it to this side. All right, so I wanna use my shoulder and my neck to seize this arm in place, and now from here I'll go palm to palm right behind his head like this, okay? So if we turn to this way, you see how his arm is stuck right there, okay? So look, this is a great way to clinch because look, in this side, it opens up his body for the curved knees and the side knees. Don't forget, everything we do for clinches is going to be for a purpose, and the purpose mainly is going to be to hold the opponent, slow them down, tire them out, but also fire some knees of our own, okay? Now, another method, so we looked at the first one, the second, and then we had the third, and then we had the fourth one with the arm in as such, okay? This is a good way to clinch. Now, the next one I want to look at is sometimes you want any types of clinching position you're going to start with, but turn them to the side. So what I'm going to do is bump him with the elbow, and look, bring my hand here on top. See how I shifted when I pushed his head, and now it's almost like a head and neck control, all right? These are good because sometimes you're gonna fire knees, all right? So once again, first one, second, third, fourth would be the arm in the way, all right? And then last but not least, here, boom, where you turn him. Here you can fire some knees from the inside or skip one in to here as well. This is good for head controlling if you want to fire knees to the head. Great for professional Muay Thai, also for mixed martial arts, okay? Now, the next one is, if his guard is up, all right, this, I'm gonna go hands on the outside. Sometimes they have a very stiff guard, all right? So you're gonna go and clinch his arms as such, all right? So the stiffer the arm, and you'll feel that when the guy's really tense, all right? You're gonna grab both of the inside, like on the outside of his forearms, and now you pull him in, see? You pull him in. See, this is gonna unbalance. So we're here, we're fighting. He's got a good guard, just clinch from here. right? This is great because now if I pull him in, I also pull him inside a knee attack, for example, right? So use this as a handle. Just like we were using the head as a handle, now we're gonna use his guard as a handle. So this serves two purposes. Number one, you could easily throw knees because he has a stiff guard, but also pull him in and use this as a defensive tactic, right? So because they're holding the hands, now he can't punch you. And when your hands are being held, it's hard for you to throw a knee, all right? So you have the control when you're holding here. So the outside clinch on the guard from here, all right? And then I want to talk about another one is the inside, the opposite. So if the guard is like this, sometimes we'll just swim the hands inside. So here to the biceps, all right? So look, we'll swim it inside, boom. And now from here again, you're ready to start clinching, controlling the shoulders, the body, the hips, and start throwing knees. Now, the tutorial is not about throwing knees, it's about head control. So I want to talk about all of these again. So number one, palm to palm. Number two, interlaced, always keeping control on the neck. All right, the third one was grabbing your own wrist right here. All right, this is great because now we can start to control from side to side. Okay, then we have if the arm came inside and now we want to push this. See, you push it into this side here and you go palm to palm again and you stay tight so that way there's no space for him to free his arm. And from here, you can throw knees to the body. A lot of times we just tap the knee to score and these take a toll over time, right? They're not super powerful, but they add up just like body shots in boxing. And then we also had where from the clinching position, maybe we turn them to the side, we have the head and neck control, right? Head control, neck control right here with both arms. And now you can fire some knees from here, right? Even elbows, for example, okay? And then we had the guard where we grabbed them here, boom. Holding his arms, controlling here. Sometimes we'll just move to the side, fire some knees, but also controlling his forearms. And the opposite of this is from the inside. Go on the inside of his arms. And now from here, you have your knees that you can attack. All right, straight, side. You can even attack the legs or even work sweeps from here, for example. All right, so different ways you can clinch. Experiment with all of them. Work them out when you do shadow boxing. When you're training with your training partner, always see this and always take care of your training partner's neck so you don't go too hard, right? Don't start throwing them left to right, just control them. So that way there you get a good feel of all these variations and see the ones you like. All right, so with all of these techniques now, you have to understand how to use the head control, all right? So let's use a clinching technique like this. Now, every time you have a clinch, you're able to control the body, all right? So there's something about martial arts that's always said that I always repeat it all the time, whether we do Muay Thai, boxing, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, mixed martial arts, where the head goes, the body follows, all right? So if I push his head to this side, his body's gonna naturally follow. If I pull it to this side, his head is also gonna bring his body to that side. So the clinching technique is great once you understand this because now you can redirect the opponent's body to where you wanna throw the counterattacks, for example. So maybe I just want to pull him towards me a little bit here as he walks in, skip a knee in. Maybe I start to walk towards him to drive a knee forward. Maybe I turn him on an angle here, just to the side, so that way there I can throw a knee here, right? Maybe I'll turn him all the way to the opposite side. So if my leg is forward, I'll bring it back, twist him around 180 so I can fire a knee, right? That's one example. Now sometimes I might switch to this direction, and we talked about these types of knees. One, or two, or even elbows, for example, right to here, right? Right to here, okay? Or even redirecting so we can get back to our fighting stance. Now, you can also use maybe with the head and arm. So if his head comes down, but now he starts to bring his arm in, now we understand we can pommel this, bring it over top, and now clinch from here. Now you have knees on this side, right? Shoulder bump on one side, knees again, but look, mainly to control him, look, when I post my foot behind me, now it brings him to this direction where I can fire some knees and then again, start to redirect his head, maybe punch him through. There's a lot of ways to control. So when you have the neck, or the head I should say, in this case the clinch, you always have to maintain control, right? Whoever has the inside control will dominate the clinch. Now, a lot of times, if you're pulling here and the person's resisting, you're gonna get some strong people with strong necks, strong backs. What you wanna do is just shift your palm a little bit higher. So if his head is posturing up, you just guide it to the top of his crown. Look, see, one, and it goes right back down, okay? And then you can bring your clinch here and then fire knees. Of course, amateur Muay Thai, knees only to the body, But professional Muay Thai, they would knee to the face, right? So using all of these techniques, now you have to understand how to redirect the head, okay? Even the arms, for example, here, I can redirect him, right? So I can just guide him here, and now on balance, get a better position for my knees. I can go inside pummel, so maybe here I threw a jab, boom, and then I go right to the inside. And again, look, steering wheel to one side or the other to lift him up, to throw my knees or pull him in, and now skip one in here and then push him away and drive some knees once again. All right, so always having these control is super important. What I like about the inside control, great with boxing gloves, outside control to pull. You'll notice a lot of times we always use this type of grip, like a monkey grip. Using our boxing gloves, that's the grip you want to have. All right, guys, so there you have it. Different clinching techniques for Muay Thai. Hope you enjoyed this content. Leave us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. We'll catch you
in the next video.
Take care.